Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, good evening, good evening. It is Monday night, baby. It is just after 7 o'clock, and welcome to a community conversation. My name is Billy Floyd. Tonight, we will be joined by that incredible couple right there on the screen right there. Look how sexy they look. Look at that hat. Look at that smile. Phaedra's cute, too. But it is really, really cool to have you guys here. Thank you very much for spending some time with us tonight. I just wanted to give you guys a moment, everybody at home, to look at this picture and how beautiful it is. Just take a moment, look at the colors, look at the glowing, effervescent love that is pouring from your screens, folks, emanated by the incredible couple Phaedra, McIntosh, and my man Mike Conway. So we're going to be there this Friday hanging out, and we are very fortunate to have Phaedra and Mike joining us tonight. We're going to be chatting a little bit about an amazing menu that they have, some delicious stuff. They sent me some pictures earlier. I was really hoping that my phone was scratch and sniff, but it is not. But it looks incredible. I'm excited to introduce you guys not only to the ingredients and to the recipe that we're going to have for Friday night, but it's always good to have Mike Conway. He's crashed our kitchen several times. Phaedra is an incredible cook, and Mike said if Phaedra doesn't want to be involved in these things, she has to stop being so amazing and stop being such a fantastic cook. Unfortunately, she is easily and naturally amazing and an equally amazing cook. So really excited to have Mike and Phaedra joining us. Let's bring down this backdrop and introduce you to the real life. In real life, not AI, not holographic depictions, not robotics. The real, the one, the only Phaedra McIntosh and Mike Conway. What's up, y'all? Hello, hello. How's everybody doing tonight? How you guys doing? How's your Monday?
It's been glorious.
Another glorious day on the farm. We like glorious days on the farm. Thank you guys for joining us. Phaedra, how are you, love?
I'm doing just fine. Thank you.
Yay.
How are you?
Oh, hey, I'm wonderful. I'm happy. Tyler is making pizza right now, so the kitchen smells amazing. So which is kind of nice. Like if they could make a candle that was just the smell of like oven roasted fire pizza, like I would totally buy that candle because it smells really good.
Oven pizza candle. Hell yeah.
I'm just saying, if it's not, I'm gonna Google it real fast. They have to have. Do they brick? Oven,
I'm sure. What's that big candles you get in jars?
Yankee Doodle.
I'm sure they have that. They're like
they have a bacon one.
Bro, I am looking at it right now. They do have a wood-fired pizza candle, and they have a pizza from a guy named Joe candle, and they have a pizza-scented candle, realistic food, and a brick oven pizza soy candle. The pizza's not soy. Then. The pizza's not soy, but the brick oven pizza is real. That's not bad. Now, see, I'm gonna have to buy one of those, and they're usually very expensive, but it's okay because that smells incredible. That's awesome, man. So thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I most certainly appreciate it. I'm super excited to see you guys on Friday. I think it's been a while since I've been over to the Conway McIntosh, Field of Dreams. It's been quite some time since I crashed that kitchen over there.
It has been a while.
The last time it was just the Conway kitchen, so now you have the Conway Phaedra kitchen.
Yeah, the Conway McIntosh. I love it. Yeah, because I think the last time did you cook, Mike, or did Isaiah cook? Because I know Isaiah's cooked a couple times that we've crashed the kitchen over there.
Was the last one? I think he cooked one of his.
No, you were, because McKenna was here and you did the chicken Alfredo pasta.
That's right.
That's right. We did the chicken Alfredo. So good. So good.
Chicken Alfredo. I don't know.
Yeah, I will say I have to give a shout out, Phaedra. Thank you very much. It's because of you and Mike that I have had sustenance for lunchtime over the past 2 days. The pizza today was great, and whatever that pasta was with the little tiny apple pie thing you made, bro, those are fantastic. Those are really, really good. 3 of the apple pies?
Yeah, I made like about 6 of them, and there was just like, because they're all homemade, so I made sure that I was like, you got to give Billy one.
Oh, let me tell you.
Do I have to? And I'm like, don't make me call you to make sure that Billy gets one.
I will say this.
For lunch, man. Give one up.
What's up, Nori in the house? Kyle Nunez in the house. Thank you all for spending some time with us tonight. We really appreciate it. We have a viewer on Twitch, which is good. Twitch is relatively new for us, so it's always good to see some people watching on Twitch. We have a bunch of people on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you guys very much for spending some time with us tonight. I got to say, when Mike first gave me the container, it had the pasta and it had 2 apple pies. And I was like, wow, that's fantastic. And Mike's like, one of those is for me. And I was like, that's fine. I'm happy with one. No problem. And I was like, well
We even
done.
had a rather long discussion about heated or cool.
Yeah, like I think you had yours cooled because it's just so
Yeah.
good. And then and I had mine heated. I brought it home. I put it in the microwave for just a little bit. I had a glass of milk, and it was so absolutely fantastic. Like it was really, really good.
Vanilla
Mike
ice
said,
cream, scoop of vanilla ice cream on top, and that's
"See, I hear you.
A
I
la
hear you."
mode
But
style.
you know, I start with the control, so I want to start with just the apple pie by itself to really get and understand what it's like, and then I step up. I'm the same way with the oysters. I eat a straight raw oyster, then I start adding little things, you know. But I want to know what the control tastes like, and the apple pie by itself was astronomically amazing. It was so good. Mike said he gives a little dollop of ice cream, make it a little a la
Yes.
mode style.
Yep.
Bro, that's fantastic. That's fancy. That's fancy. I don't make a la mode money. You guys make I make apple pie and milk money. You know.
I just sleep with the chef.
Man, the perks. The perks. I get it. I get it. You know, so from what I understand, I'm going to bring this up real quick because I do want to share it with everybody. This is something I found online. The ones that you make, are they similar to this? Because this is in like a little cupcake tin, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, so is this like your traditional apple pie ingredients, but just in a cupcake tin? Because it's kind of what it seems like. Just, you know, very, very traditional, very simplistic, but, you know, just in small edible fashion where Mike can eat 37 of them and not have to say he ate an entire apple pie. He just ate 3 tiny little cupcake apple cobblers.
Small. Okay.
small cupcakes. So, Phaedra, walk me through this. I know this is something that we found online. It's very similar to the one that you sent me. But was this an experiment for you the first time you made it? Have you made these before Mike dove in and ate 37 of them?
The apple pot pies I have made before. This time with the one that you tried was with a Cosmic Glacia apple instead of the traditional Granny Smith or Honey Crisp.
I didn't even know that was a real thing, Cosmic Glacia. That sounds fancy.
They have like 27 different types of apples.
What is is Cosmic Glacia, was that something new you wanted to try, or had you tried it before and it just worked really well so you went back to it?
It's actually something I just tried because we got the apples while little man was home and I didn't want them to go bad, so I made apple pot pies.
And they worked out. I like that. That's fantastic. I'm excited. I'm glad you guys tried it out. What if you had to choose any apple, do you have a go-to apple that you would use next time, or did you really like the one that you just used?
I actually like the glacias.
Gotcha.
Because they're like a crisp, they have a sweet honey.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And that just adds to the deliciousness of the apple pie and experience already. Plus with the a la mode, get out. Mike, I get why you ate 3 of them. Mike's thinking about eating another one right now. I was going to say, he wants to eat right now. You can't pull it from the screen yet. One day you might be able to. But I get it. I get why they would go quick. I get why they would be good. And I personally, like, I'm a portion person and I like smaller portions. I graze. Like, I don't really eat big meals very often at all. Like, I eat small meals, little bites here and there. And like that, the size of that was absolutely perfect. It was perfect.
You can do a 10, you set it up in the fridge and just pull one out a day. And just a little self-serving. Done. You're not trying to mess with some full pies and is it a big slice, or a little slice, or leftover. It's just one at a time.
Mike's like, I'm on a daily routine with my apple pies, so I have one every day.
1 apple a day, what they say.
That's right. They didn't say how you had to ingest the apple.
They said 1 apple a day.
If it's
it was an
pie form,
actual pie, that would have been gone with the same one sitting. So
that's where portion control is important. Like if you give me a whole apple pie, especially if I'm gaming or if I'm working on music, I'll just set the whole apple pie down in front of me on the table, and I'll just work on whatever, and I'm just eating it until it's gone. But I think it's good portion control for me personally, especially to have a little cupcake style apple pie. Like that's good for me because once I'm done with that, I'm like, you know what, I'm okay. And I have to get up and get another one. I'm busy. I'm not going to get up and get another one right now. I got things to do.
Yeah.
So
It's handheld. It's not, a plate, fork, knife, spoon, don't need nothing.
Yeah,
Just
you don't.
grab it.
Yeah, you don't need any of that. And this kind of falls into Mike. One of the things that you and I have talked about many times is you were. What did you call yourself? Like the 15-minute dinner king or something like that?
Yes.
What was it?
The 30-minute dinners. No, you're right. 15-minute dinners.
15.
It was 15 minutes because you did two in one show one night.
Yep.
You did like pork
dinners. Yeah.
You did like pork chops and salmon or something like that. I forget what it was. You did two totally different dishes.
Yeah, one of them was the pork chops and then steak, if I remember correctly, the steak.
Oh, so good, man. Fantastic. And I would say like the Phaedra, in regards to the prep for this, is it very similar to the number of ingredients you would use in one apple pie and you just make enough cupcakes, or do you make enough ingredients to fill the cupcake tins? Like how do you normally do that? Are you like, cool, when you fill the cupcake tins?
I could say I measure everything, but everything I cook, I don't follow a traditional recipe to save
Lots of leftovers that have to be handled by the guy.
Yeah, that makes her dangerous because she just cooks with the heart, and that means she doesn't need a book, she doesn't need instruction. She's like, show me what ingredients I have, and I'm going to make something amazing.
Just a little pinch of this, maybe a handful of that.
Yep.
But as far as everything.
Yeah, hey, dude, you got to taste your food. What goes into your apple pie filling aside from the glacier apples? Like, do you use a cinnamon, a honey? Do you use sugars? Like, what do you use?
I actually use sugar, a lot of it. I also use cinnamon, nutmeg, and clove.
Oh, clove.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's fantastic. Dude, I love the cinnamon. The nutmeg is so good, man. Like, nutmeg goes on so many different things. I think it's an absolutely fantastic seasoning. Cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, and lots and lots of sugar. And then the apples.
And then you have to do a little bit of water and cornstarch to thicken it.
Gotcha. So that's what kind of creates that glaze, that goes around and coats the apples.
Yep.
Nice. What kind of pie crust do you use? Is it something like a store-bought pie crust? Is it homemade pie crust? I love
already made. It's the easiest because trying to a small kitchen like that, trying to make dough, it's nothing.
Yeah, I get it. Once you start running out of space and it gets stressful, it kind of takes the joy away from it. Because now you're stressed and there's not enough space, not enough counter space. So I get that 100%. Plus, it kind of bakes in to Mike's solution when it comes to things like, dude, if it's ready to go, why am I going to make it? Somebody else has already made it. Like, thank you. Thank you for making this easy.
Good and use that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. Do you have any ideas Friday night, Phaedra? Are you going to switch up the recipe? Are you using a different kind of apple? How are you feeling about it?
Nope, I'm pretty much going to use about the same.
Oh, they look good. I mean, they look fantastic. Those look really good. And again, this is a picture I found online. Perfection. You did send me a picture. I'm going to bring that up real quick. And this is like the legit photo. And you rock the a la mode, which I believe. So let me bring that up real quick. We're going to share that bad boy. So there was the one that you guys sent me with a little a la mode on top of that little pie. Get out, bro. And I could see that Mike's already eaten 4 of them out of that dish. So, that's...
He had at least one.
Mike's like, those were the 3 that I was talking about. What's up, Mama Floyd in the house? Good to see you. Where there's a Mama Floyd, there's a Papa
Mama Floyd.
Hi, Mama Floyd.
Hello.
That's a Mama Floyd. We're chatting with Mike and Phaedra. We're going to be there this Friday night. We're whipping up some delicious dishes, and we figured, like Justin Hammer and Iron Man 2, we're starting with dessert first. So I just wanted to talk about those little tiny apple pies, because the apple pies I've actually had. Those I have had. Mike was gracious enough to give me one that Phaedra had given him last Friday, which was absolutely incredible. And we're going to have those this Friday, keeping the same exact recipe that Phaedra used this past time with it. What did you call them? Coastal glacial or glacial something?
They were, Cosmic Glacier apples.
Cosmic Glacier. We're going to look that up too. Cosmic Glacier. Oh, there it is. Holy smokes. All right, there it is. Dun, dun, dun. Apple. Oh, they have crisps. They have a candle. Oh, the Cosmic Crisp Apple.
Yes.
There it is. The Glacier in Cosmic Glacier is not a reference to a known apple variety, but rather a misspelling of Cosmic Crisp. The Cosmic Crisp apple is a cross between the Honey Crisp and the Enterprise apple varieties. It's known for its vibrant red color, crisp texture, and long shelf life. Interesting. Dude, I love it. Cosmic Crisp, get out. What a cool name.
Yeah, I know.
What an awesome name. Cosmic Crisp, get out of here. That's
Love
killer. I love it. Yeah, man, those are going to be fantastic. How many are you going to make on Friday night? Because I'm thinking maybe 50 or 60, and then you guys can have some. I mean, I don't know, because that's going to be fantastic. Actually, don't make that many. We'll eat them all. You know, Mike and I are
They will
great
not go to the West. I will guarantee it.
I was about to say, Mike and I, we try with moderation, but as we know with Satisfactory, it's difficult sometimes to manage our time with things that we love, and we both love apple pies. So you're going to have to keep us away from those things. Keep it under lock and key.
Yeah, I've been making a lot of them because that's pretty much kind of been our choice of dessert.
And we find something that she makes it super good like that, easy to make, and it's just, let's have one of those tonight. We'll make some of those tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, especially once you guys fall into a routine and then you just know how to make them, then you're like, okay, cool. Like the prep is a little easier. You're familiar with it. It's nice. It doesn't seem like it would be that expensive of a dish either. You're talking basic pie crust, your simple ingredients, nutmeg, cinnamon, cloves, sugar, and then the apples. It's like, that's super awesome. And I imagine the prep time isn't too crazy, especially when you're getting the pre-made pie crust. You just got to cut it up and lay it down and you're rocking and rolling.
Well, the apple filling is actually what I would have to start the night before. That way it actually marinates.
Oh, stand by. Talk to me about that. Okay, wait a minute. So you take the apples. Do you cook the apples, or do you cook the apples first?
Yep.
Okay. How do you do them in the oven? Bake them?
No, stovetop. That way I have more control over it. When I put it in what I do is I core it, peel it, slice them, and put them into the pan at medium. And throw like about a cup of sugar in there. And then I do sprinkle the top with nutmeg and cinnamon and let that simmer down to where the sugar melts. And then I stir in some more sugar. And then I put in some more cinnamon, more nutmeg, and then a couple of dashes of clove.
I'm surprised that filling lasts the night. And Mike, you don't walk in 2:30 in the morning and Mike's just buried head first in the refrigerator, eating the filling right out of the pan.
No, but he forgets about it.
Well, then I shouldn't have said anything. I'm sorry.
I sleep hard enough where it doesn't wake me up, but I'm always in the morning looking for it. You ever left over?
So you do the apples the night before and just let them sit in that delicious glaze and then kind of let them marinate, like those apples soak in all that delicious sweetness?
I do basically just the cook down, and the glaze is when I actually do the next day, right before I do the actual, I'll let it pretty much stew overnight, and then I will heat it up after I get the pans ready. Wow. And then I'll actually thicken it up, let it cool down a little bit to where it can actually go into the pans.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
Where did this idea come from? Where did you get your inspiration from, Phaedra McIntosh? How long have you been making this dish, and why have you been holding out on us? I mean, I'm excited for Friday, don't get me wrong, but what happened?
The apple pies, like I said, it's just one of those things. I was like, well, the apple, I think we were talking about brownie sundaes, and I'm just like, well, I got some apples that I can cook down and make apple pie.
I love apple pies. I'm like, yes, do that thing.
Yeah. Mike Conway's about as American as apple pie, so that's that is awesome. So you're like, hey, we got some ingredients, and I can make an little apple pies with this.
Yep.
And Mike, of course, he's a very encouraging, loving partner, so he's like, hell yeah, I support this 100%.
Well, the first go around was actually like one of those pockets, like an apple pocket, like when you pick up at the store.
Yeah.
Think of
almost like McDonald's.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Ooh.
Well, I kind of made it too big.
No such thing. No such thing. There's no such thing as too big. No, you could quadruple a McDonald's apple pie, and it still would never be too big. That just means I need more ice cream, more milk. So then the idea after that was, when did you decide to put him in a cupcake tin?
Pretty much because it was way too much for us. I figured, I'll just use the rest of it and make.
That's a great idea. That's a really good idea. You're like, I'm gonna make one pie this big, or I can make a bunch of little cupcake tin apple pies. Wow, that is awesome. Man, that's fantastic and super creative. And what a resourceful way to use the ingredients. Like you said, like you didn't want the apples to go bad. You got a bunch of them. Let's use them, man. And what else are you going to do with them? I mean, you can do a lot of different things with them, but I think you knocked it out of the park with the apple pies, man. That's killer. Killer,
Thank
killer,
you.
killer. So aside from like the prep of the apples, which it sounds like that probably the prep of the apples before you put them away, like what is that, 30 minutes, 40 minutes to kind of cook it down and get it where it needs to be?
It's kind of like one of those that you have to make sure that you have like a toothpick to where you can actually see,
Gotcha.
because the consistency, you don't want it too mushy, but you don't want it undercooked.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
you
it's
want
gotta
that
be
perfect,
just
that,
like
that
right
little
at
bit
that
of a
perfect.
bite. You don't want,
Yep.
you don't want it to fall apart, but you don't want it to like be crispy and crunchy like an apple.
Right.
You want to have that kind of like
You don't
that
want the mush.
balance between. I get that. So, what would you say from prep to eating? What would you? How much time do you think that takes? Like from hey, let's get started, all the way to taking your first bite. Aside from
I
the
know that,
overnight marinade, you know.
well, let's see, from the time that I do the glazing, that itself can possibly take like about 15 to 20 minutes.
Ooh.
And then with the baking, so roughly like about 30 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad at all. And then 30 minutes later, they're ready to go. Here's another. I wanted to bring this up because here's another. Oh, is this a video? This might be a video. Let me. Oh, stop it. Yeah, I'm gonna share this. Hold on, stand by. All right, cool. Let me do this. Let me do this. Let me do this. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to mute it because I don't want Facebook to get mad at me. But it looks like it is about. It looks like it is about a minute long. This looks really cool. I'm going to share this real quick. And this looks like a little prep action going on. I found this online.
Granny Smith
And this
apples.
is let me do that real fast. So, and this is just how they're doing it. I just kind of wanted to look at this, bring in the apples, put them together, toss. Oh, there goes your sugar.
Yeah.
Look at all that sugar. All your
There's the cinnamon.
spices.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So they're adding the spices, cooking that up. Gotcha. And is that more sugar?
No,
Oh,
that's
no, it's corn.
actually
Okay, so
that's
there's
the
your
cornstarch.
cornstarch. Gotcha. Roll out your pie crust. Got it. Now this is similar to what we're going to be doing on Friday night. Phaedra's got her own idea, but this is very similar as to what we're going to be making on Friday night with these delicious apple pie cupcake tin, delicious, yummy, bite size,
buddy.
amazing. I'm going to eat 47 of these things. Nice. Okay, so you're just lining it with that ready-made pie crust, which is great. Filling it with your apples.
Yeah, like a little special cutter, man. We had to use the bottom of a mug.
A mug. A stein.
Wow, look at that. Dude, that is so cool. Get out of here. Oh man, those are going to be absolutely fantastic. Those look great. I know that especially made with the Phaedra love, they're going to be even better, which I'm super excited for. And I'm glad you guys keep it simple, man. I'm very similar. I keep it simple, and I found a lot of success in cooking for me personally. Simple ingredients, good ingredients, and take your time. That's it, man.
Yep.
It's nothing too crazy, you know, like nice and easy. You know, my buddy
I'm
Christian
trying to
Basil
spend in
was.
the kitchen more time to spend with people.
Yeah, my buddy Christian Basil came over yesterday. I have a TikTok that he posted, and Facebook's going to flag me for this because of the song. But I had Christian come over the other day because we have our KitchenKillaz barbecue sauce that we've been promoting.
Nice.
So I was like, "Yo, come over. We'll whip up some ribs. We'll whip up some wings, and we'll do some photos. We'll do some video, so we can actually get it and promote it and everything." So, and it was nice and easy. And I used my uncle Billy's Baltimore's best barbecue ribs, and I've made this same exact recipe probably 4 or 5 times, and they were so good, and they're so simple. It's like little salt, pepper, and paprika. Cover it, put it in the oven for an hour at 325. Drop it to 260 for another hour. Put them on the grill, baste them, put them on the grill. Done. And that is it. And they were absolutely immaculate. Very similar with Christian. Christian did something very, very similar. Just super, super simple, man. And especially with ribs and wings, slow and low. Just take your time.
Yep.
Good ingredients, simple seasonings, and take your time. And they were absolutely fantastic. Mike, I'll bring you some tomorrow because we cooked so much. I think I showed you the pictures today. We cooked so much. So we had like a really good, like a full board. And they just looked absolutely fantastic. You know, I'll bring a photo up here in a second. But it was just very, very simple. Very, very simple, and just keeping it nice and easy. So I'm really looking forward to these. I'm glad that you introduced me to the Cosmic Crisp, the Cosmic Glacier apple, which I didn't even know was a freaking thing. That's awesome. You know, so that's super cool.
Sounds Star Trek almost.
Sounds what?
Star Trekky.
It does sound a little Star Trekky. I agree.
I'm okay with that.
I agree. Yeah, you're I'm okay. I'm okay with Star Trekky. So that's a. Let me see if I can pull these up real quick because I sent some photos. There they are. Yeah, they are. Let me share this tab real quick. Bink. So this was yesterday. So Christian came over. He has the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. So we had the TARDIS right in the middle. And then we did some St. Louis style ribs on the left. We did baby backs on the right, and then I just did some wings right down the middle. And we cooked so much food, and me and Christian are eating as much as we could. I gave Tyler some. I gave Michelle some. I even had a guy come by to take care of my car yesterday, and I made sure he went home with food. And he's like, I've never detailed anybody's car, and they sent me home with food before. I was like, come over anytime. But that whole thing's just super, super simple, man. Nice and easy, nothing crazy, simple ingredients. And the apple pies, they sound exactly the same. Exactly the same. I'm a dessert guy, so I started with dessert, but I also want to talk about the Mexican street corn pasta. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Chicken. Don't forget the chicken.
It's chicken Mexican street corn pasta.
Dude, I mean,
It's
that
quite
sounds
possible.
yeah, that sounds amazing as always. And I'm a huge Mexican street corn fan. I love elote. It's like one of my favorite things. I think esquite is what it's called when it's taken off the cob, which is super cool. So you're welcome. But let's talk about the chicken. Do you do pulled chicken? Do you do like a rotisserie chicken from Publix? Come by and shred it up?
Nope, I cheat. I get the already cooked frozen Tyson chicken.
There's nothing cheating about that. That sounds resourceful and efficient to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing cheating there, dude.
Mr. Resourceful right here.
So you do the pre-cooked Tyson chicken,
Mm-hmm.
and then do you pull it? Do you take it apart and dice it? Like how do you cut the chicken?
I normally just take scissors to it.
Nice, that's awesome. Hey man, there ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hey,
That's
the
cool.
kitchen scissors are amazing. They're great for everything.
Chicken scissors?
No, the kitchen scissors.
Oh, kitchen scissors. I was like, they're
So
chicken
you're hungry.
scissors?
That's what the problem is. You're hungry.
They're like, use a knife, 19 fat. Like, no, this is okay.
Now I need chicken scissors. Where can I get chicken scissors? I'm going to Amazon right now. We're getting chicken
They
scissors.
probably do, and they go, and you cut it.
Oh man, so that seems like a little more complex of a recipe compared to the little apple pies. But also, esquite and elote, normally pretty simple. Like for my understanding, a little bit of tahini, a little bit of mayonnaise. Use whatever kind of butter you want. Kind of the way you cook it up. Esquite very very similar. I'm a tahini fan, and that was like a one of the normal ingredients from what I understand from
And that's what goes on top.
esquite. Killer, dude. And that sounds fantastic. I love the fact that you're adding chicken in there. And what kind of pasta do you guys use?
The little bitty ring one. Ring
Okay.
pasta.
They're like about yay big, and they're
Let me share this real quick. This is something I found that was similar, and it looks like a similar type of pasta,
Yes.
like the little rings.
Yep, that's the one right there.
Nice. Now this is something I found online when you were talking to me about it. So the next time you guys do any food and you take any pictures, get some nice close up pictures like this
Okay.
with the flash on, and it is fire. They look so good. But I'm glad that you guys that I was able to find something similar. And this with the pasta, with the street corn and the chicken, get out of here. So is the chicken is it seasoned? Do you season it? Does it come pre-cooked but not seasoned? Like how do you make that?
I think the Tyson comes pre-seasoned,
Nice.
but it's like the original Tyson frozen chicken strips.
Oh, you do the chicken strips.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. Okay, killer. Are they breaded or are they not breaded?
No,
no,
they're grilled.
Okay. Oh, fantastic. So, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's a Mike Conway resourceful step right there. Like, let's get the pre-made non-breaded grilled chicken strips, slice them up, put them in the pasta, rocking and rolling, man. There we
right
go.
there.
And I will say this, and I imagine a lot of this has come from you guys have both raised children. You've both had to be budget conscious. You've both had to focus on being able to feed everybody, being able to create delicious dishes that the kids are going to eat, and doing it quickly. You don't have a lot of time to be able to create all this stuff. So I imagine a lot of this stuff you've just learned over the years how to have good, healthy ingredients, as healthy as you can get, and then just resourceful, and it doesn't take a lot of time. nice and easy. Like grilled chicken strips, that's straight. That's super basic. But when you add it to Mexican street corn pasta, get out of here. That's a great idea. That's a really good idea. How many times have you made this recipe? Is this something that you've done quite some time?
3 times.
Okay.
And what started that was Mike wanted me to make homemade Mexican street corn dip.
Ooh, I love homemade Mexican
Mike
street corn dip.
wanted you to, or
I was
you
about to
wanted
say,
to, and I disagreed.
I was about to say, I like how she put that on you right away.
Every time Mike wanted me to make it such and such.
Joni Rodriguez in the house. Hello, love. How are you doing tonight? Welcome. Good to see you guys. We're hanging out with Mike and Phaedra this Friday. We're going to be kicking it in their kitchen, and Phaedra's whipping up some delicious dishes. We already talked about the cupcake-sized apple pie with a little a la mode on top, and right now we're chatting about Mexican street corn chicken pasta, which is super cool. Again, another example of very simple ingredients. Cook the right way with the right combination, turns absolute fire. So, question for you. We're going to blame it on Mike. How did the Mexican street corn dip come out?
That's fine. Okay.
Well, we went and got Mexican street corn from Aldi's, which turns out to be amazing, and we devour it in one sitting. Oh. And everything
doesn't last very long around here.
Yeah.
And everything always starts off as a joke of, oh, well, maybe I should try to do that.
And then Mike's encouraging.
That's a great idea. What do you need?
I agree 100%. You should definitely try to do that.
So then I came across this recipe with pasta, and I'm just like, oh, okay, well.
Yes, let's make that. Yes.
Do you have a certain place where you go for recipes, or do you just kind of like hit the Google box and whatever pops up and kind of tickles your fancy? Do you look into that, or do you have a place to go where you're like, these are tried and true? I go to this website.
I do the Google, and then I compare recipes on other sites to see what their main ingredients are.
I get that.
But I never follow the ingredients anyways.
Well, we talked about that. We know you cook with love. That's okay. And apparently it's rocking and rolling because there hasn't been a single thing that Mike's tried that he hasn't, from my understanding, eaten incredibly and then tried to share it with his friends.
And some of the people at work.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hello. That pasta was fantastic as well. And Mike was saying that it was like a pre-made kind of like pasta that you guys had put together. And what was that, Mike, that you gave me last Friday?
Oh, that was the Korean barbecue.
That was so good. That was fantastic.
I gave him some of the pre-made.
Yeah.
I said, Bill, you got to try this, man. I know I'm the 15-minute dinner king, but this is even faster than that. You buy it out of the box, throw it in the microwave, 5 minutes, done, you eat it.
The undo noodles, the Korean barbecue undo.
Yeah. Udon. Yeah, dude. Yep. As soon as I saw him, I looked at him and I'm looking at him. I'm like, oh, this looks like a variety of udon. He's like, I think those are udon. I'm like,
yes.
Udon noodles.
It was fantastic. It was so good, and that was one of those things where like I take my time when I eat. My dogs do not. And when I try to share something delicious with them, I'm like, come on, guys, take your time. It's just delicious. It's amazing. They're like little vacuum cleaners. My buddy Jay, the great Commodore, he didn't eat for flavor. He ate for sustenance. So he ate because he needed the calories. He ate because he was just like, rump. So he would eat the same thing every single day. And I'm like, bro, take your time. He's like, why? I don't have to take my time. I just need to eat my food. And I'm like, man, I take my time. Like, because I want to enjoy it. I want to savor every bite. I want to understand the ingredients and taste the different flavors and taste everything, how it comes together and how it benefits and complements each other. Dude, those udon noodles, that Korean barbecue pasta was out of this world. That was fantastic. That was really good.
And
the apple pies were nuts.
It's ridiculously good.
Yeah, and nice and easy. For the Bill Keevans, the 5-minute professor, I want to call you the 15-minute chef. It's but nice and simple, nothing too crazy. And that was really good. The apple pies were really good, and I love street corn, and I love pasta, and I love chicken. So I can't wait to have all those 3 things together. That's going to be really, really good. And we chatted about the apple pies for a little bit, your prep, your time, how long it takes to put that whole thing together. What is the process to make the Mexican street corn chicken pasta?
That one actually takes roughly, because the last time I did it with both the apple and making that at the same time. So I want to say it's definitely like about 30, 35.
Oh, that's still not bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good. And especially when you talk about portions, because you can make a lot of that, in the same amount of time. If you wanted to make 2-3 portions, cool. 5-6 portions, very similar.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. What was did the ingredients or did the recipe call for the specific ring noodles that you had used, or did you see that in a picture, or do you have
No,
experience with those and you
actually,
just
I
liked them?
saw it in the picture, and I'm just like, okay. So we went and we actually found it at Publix.
Nice.
I want to say Benini.
Oh yeah. No, I
It's
know
like
exactly what you're talking about.
they're very, very tiny, and but as far as like everything else, it's pretty much all going to be chopped and cut fresh.
Yeah.
If not,
Yeah.
the taste is not.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that the pasta is the size that it is because it makes it easy to eat everything and get a bite of everything together. If you had long
Yeah.
noodles, it would be a little bit different, you know, but
Yeah.
having the small ring pasta with the corn, with everything else, probably makes it a little bit easier to take a bite and get every ingredient in every bite instead of having to, like, you know, twist it up with a fork and then try to get some of the ingredients on with long noodles or
Stab a whole
long
bunch of
pasta.
stuff.
Nah, man, like that sounds really good. And the pictures that I've seen, and every picture that I've seen, they use almost the exact same pasta that you guys use, almost the exact same thing. You know, and I'm very similar when I see something, like sometimes I'll see something on TikTok or I'll see something on Instagram or Facebook stories and I want to make that. But, you know, the reels and the stories are only 30 seconds. You know, so it's like, let me see if I can mimic that as much as I can with the limited knowledge that I have from a 30-second video. You know, so and if I can mimic it, if I can duplicate it, then next time I can innovate and I can change it up and I can switch it
Like
up
you
and I
have
can
to
change my
pause,
ingredients.
write it down, go back, pause,
Like,
write it
look,
down.
go back. What did he use there? Okay. Oh, I see that sitting off to the side. Let me get that. Oh, okay. Let me go back again. 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds. Okay. I think I got it all. There was I think there was one time Joni had come over for dinner and I did like a lobster, you know, kind of, I actually forget what it was. I saw it on TikTok one time and I was like, well, this looks really good, you know, and it was out of this world. It was so good, but I only had a 30-second video to watch, you know, and that was it. You know, but it came out really good, and it went into my arsenal of recipes, you know, to be able to use. And cooking is so much fun. Like, I just genuinely enjoy it. I love the therapy of it. I love the social aspect of it. I love the creation of it. You know, and I really think I come from an Italian family, so cooking with love is real. You know, like when you start to put that in there and growing up in my aunt's house and my grandmother's house, and then you get these nonas, if you will, like, you know, the grandmothers, and you can just sense the love and the history and just the recipes in the kitchen that exist for such a long time, and that goes above generations and ages and all around the world. You know, so it's really, really cool when we're able to bring stuff together, simple ingredients, and create something delicious to share with people. So I'm super stoked for Friday night. The ingredients sound great. The apple pies sound amazing. The Mexican street corn chicken pasta. Did I get all the words?
Yeah.
I think I got all the words. Yeah. Like that sounds really good. And also, now that I know the apple pie filling is going to be in the refrigerator, you're going to have to stop me from getting it, because I'm going to be in the refrigerator at 2:30 in the morning like, shh, everything's fine. Everything's fine.
I hope
It's okay.
not.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Michael sleep right through it. He'll be fine.
Michael sleep right through it.
He's under the mat.
Be like, baby, I got up this morning and Billy was in the refrigerator. Like, oh, he's fine. Don't worry about him. He was sleepwalking. He was sleepwalking all the way to Sanford.
20 miles to my house. Sleepwalk, 5.
Well,
Which
you'll
you
definitely
could
be
do.
going home
You
with
could
some
do
pot
it.
pies and definitely some of the chicken street corn pasta.
That's awesome. Yeah,
Because
I love all
I
those
don't-
words.
I don't know how to make a small batch of that. That's the
No.
other
I feel ya.
problem.
I feel you. I got so much damn barbecue. I'm gonna bring you some tomorrow, Mike. I got so much, bro. Like, I don't know how to.
Bring it.
I don't know how to
Absolutely.
do. I don't know how to make like small portions. Like, let me make 3.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that is. Like, I'm sorry. I did 2 full racks of ribs and an entire package of wings for just me and Christian.
He told me to try to.
Okay.
He tried to tell me to cut the street corn, the pasta in half, and I'm like, okay, but I don't measure.
She's like, I don't measure anyway, so cut what in half? Like,
How am I going to cut it in half if I don't know what it is?
It's all eyeball and pinch.
That's awesome. And one of my favorite things about that is, like, it's going to be a little bit different every time. Every time it's going to be a little bit different. But, you know, the ingredients are stellar. It's going to taste amazing. You know, so, like, and they just look really good. You know, that little apple pie that I had that you guys gave me was out of this world. It was just absolutely
Thank
perfect.
you.
And what Mike said is so true. You don't need the plate and the fork, and you don't need anything like that. They're just little handheld,
Yeah.
you know, just little cupcakes, little cupcakes of delicious apple pie, you know, so That was awesome. I'm excited to try it a la mode because everything is better with ice cream. I don't care what it is. You can put ice cream on Cheerios and shit's going to be good.
And if you don't want the ice cream, I do have Cool Whip.
Oh, ¿por qué no los dos? I mean, no.
No, it's ice cream and Cool Whip on top of the apple pie.
Yeah. Apple pie, ice cream, Cool Whip.
You want some caramel drizzle on that too? I got some of that too.
Right?
Yes.
We got sprinkles, we got caramel drizzle, we got knives, we got sharp sticks.
The little tiny apple pie, little tiny apple pie cupcake is turning into the Leaning Tower of pizza. It's just all this
his pantry has expanded now to where there's you open it up and there's a lot of baking stuff and cooking stuff in there.
You can tell a single guy from a not single guy by strictly looking at his pantry.
I was just about to say that. Mama Floyd brought up a great point. She said, I'm going to have to try to do that. I wonder if the cupcake pie would work with pumpkin. Oh,
yes.
It should work with anything. It just
100%.
Brings it down.
100%. And you could still do a la mode and whipped cream with a little cinnamon and nutmeg on top to accentuate that pumpkin. That would be fantastic.
Because I've done those before as well. And even like a muffin cherry pie. So
great idea, Mama Floyd. Give it a shot.
Oh, I'm bringing up one right now. Here's some pictures. Oh man, I love the Google bot. Here we go. Let's check this. Oh, stop it. Oh, they just look so cute. They look so cute. All right, let me bring that up real fast. There it is.
Pumpkin pie.
Oh, those are actually pumpkin muffin.
That's like a pumpkin. What is that?
Yeah, that's a muffin. That's actually bread there.
I'll eat that too.
Yeah.
I will eat all those things. Here's one right here. It's a little tiny picture. I don't want the little tiny picture. Let me see if I can find this real quick.
Now I got recipes going through my mind.
There it is. Let me do this one.
There you go. That's the ticket.
There you go.
That looks fantastic. Oh yeah, I would eat 157 of those things. Holy Moses, that looks awesome. Yeah, I think pumpkin's a great idea. I mean, honestly, I think peach immediately. I'm a huge peach cobbler fan. I could do peach, apple, pumpkin.
Peach cobbler. Yeah.
My dad's been a huge rhubarb fan forever and ever and ever. He's been a rhubarb fan, So I wonder if little rhubarb pies, because have you guys ever had fresh rhubarb, like the actual rhubarb stalks?
Nope.
Very, very different taste than if you cook them. If you cook them, they're sweet. It's delicious. If you eat them right off the stalk, very bitter. I could taste it right now, and I haven't had fresh rhubarb in a long, long time. But I bet those little tiny rhubarb pies, man, I bet that would be fantastic. Like the little pumpkin pies. And I'm super excited for the apple, because apple goes with everything. You can have apple anytime, Thanksgiving, Christmas, or on a Friday night in the middle of June. Which is going to be, Michelle Hess knows. She's like, it's bitter. It is.
Yeah.
It is like fresh stalk rhubarb. I don't know how people do it. But it's crazy with some foods, when you cook them down, then they get sweet. And then they're just delicious. Like I've had rhubarb pie.
Yeah, worse than a lemon.
It is. Oh yeah. And I've had rhubarb pie before. Doesn't taste anything like fresh rhubarb. I mean, nothing at all. It's like when you cook it down, it totally changes. Very similar to some onions, like fresh onions compared to when you cook onions down. There's that sweetness to it. The spice goes the way, the kick goes away, and it just becomes real sweet. And I love grilled onions. That's one of my favorite things, especially like I'm a hot dog and a sausage fan, a Sabre fan. Like I could put grilled onions on pretty much anything, and it's going to be really good. But those apple pies, they look fantastic, man. That's going to be oh yeah. Yep, I remember this. So my dad used to pick them right out of the garden. My dad has always had a garden, and he would literally pick them right out of the ground, put salt on it, and eat it straight. Yeah, that's a whole different kind of generation right there.
Yeah.
But it was. I remember one time I was probably 6 years old, and my dad had a garden, and our neighbor Ray. Him and my dad were up against the fence. They were talking to each other. They had chain link fence. I'm 6, I'm tiny, and my dad had this little red pepper, and I really wanted it because I eat everything out of my dad's garden. He had this little red pepper, and he's like, "You don't want this." I'm like, "I want that." He's like, "You don't want this," and I go, "I want that." He's like, "Okay." So he gives me like a little piece of it, bro. It about lit me up, man. My whole body was hot. I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Yeah, you gotta be careful."
Fire. Woo.
Don't eat everything right out of the garden, Billy. Calm down. Calm down.
No.
But yeah, rhubarb pie was fantastic, and I bet, like again, peach, apple, rhubarb, pumpkin, whatever you do, you could put in those little kind of cupcake tins, and I bet they would just be one as fantastic as the other.
And they're perfect portions.
And that's the thing I love. I really like the portions aspect of it. It is really, really good. Like that's probably my favorite part, because I sometimes don't have portion control with something that's really, really good.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, like if I have a whole apple pie and I sit down with it in front of me and I'm working on music or if I'm gaming or if I'm on the computer, I'll just naturally autopilot eat the entire thing. Until it's done. And I'm like, did I just eat an entire apple pie? I did. Do I feel bad? I don't at all. It was fantastic. Do I feel guilty? Absolutely not. I would do it again. But also try not to do that. It's a lot. So I think the portion control for the cupcakes, perfect. And like Mike said, easier to eat. You just pick it up and eat it. You don't have to worry about all the accoutrement of like forks and knives and plates and all that stuff. It's like you just eat it nice and simple, man.
Yeah.
Which is really good, because also, like Mike said, I'll probably eat 3 or 4 of those. Because the one I had the other day, I take my time, but it was so good. So those apple pies, I'm super excited for. The Mexican street corn chicken pasta.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's going to be absolutely fantastic. The pictures, I know they don't do them justice, but if the Mexican street corn chicken pasta is as good as the apple pie that I had on Friday, I know it's going to be an absolute home run. Absolute home run. So that is going to be good.
I haven't had any complaints yet, and I had an old coworker that got upset when I made it 2 weeks ago.
Got upset that you didn't share some with them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
and both Natalia and Jerome have both given their star approval for that particular street corn.
Nice. And Natalia's husband, Casey, is an incredible cook. He is fantastic. So Natalia eats good food all the time, and we've been really fortunate that she's brought in some food that Casey has made. And Natalia has a very awesome palate, and she's tried a lot of different foods. And also one of my favorite things about Natalia is she's honest.
This is very honest.
She will tell you straight up, this is good, or she'll be like, not great.
It's crap.
It's crap.
Yeah, she was telling me about it on Memorial Day.
Nice.
Like,
oh yeah.
Oh, I want some of that.
I had to bring some down to her when I brought it over.
Nice.
I'm not allowed to not bring it.
And I had some pizza today.
The big little crate I had to take down there, and her mom and her had it, and you're like, this is so good. Mm-hmm.
That's good. When you're getting they just stop talking.
Yeah, stop talking. Perfect.
It just becomes and then silence. That's absolutely fantastic. There was something we did not too long ago, and we took a moment just and I go, listen to that, and nobody was even speaking, and I go, oh, is it Dane's? It was with Chef Dane, and he had just started serving all the dinners and everything, and we stopped right in the middle of the show, and I just go, nothing, not a sound, couldn't hear a pin drop, and everybody was just falling in love with this delicious food. So that's one of my favorite things. That's when you got it right, when people can't even speak. So good.
You're doing that right there.
Well, that's going to be awesome, man. So I'm super excited to see you guys on Friday night. Mike, I'll bring you some barbecue tomorrow. I'll make that happen.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you guys so much for popping in, man. Thank you for sharing the recipes with us. I'm really excited. You got Mama Floyd all ready to rock and roll for Thanksgiving dinner, whipping up some pumpkin pie cupcakes.
I want to throw in little mini pumpkin ones.
Yeah.
Pumpkin pie.
Me too.
I know, right? So and I know she crushes it, because she's been cooking for a long time, so she creates some incredible stuff, and she's also very, very creative. So, and she's made her fair share of pumpkin pies. So I would imagine, I remember one year for a Thanksgiving show, we did little cupcake tins, but we did all of the ingredients that you would have at Thanksgiving. So we did the pie crust, but in it was turkey and stuffing and cranberry sauce and all the delicious things that you would have.
Or
and then
pot pie.
You would just make it a little pot pie. You dipped it in gravy and ate it. Oh my God, bro. They were fantastic. Really, really good. So I would imagine she's going to knock those pumpkin pies out of the park. That should be really, really tasty. It's going to be good. But right on, guys. If you want to hang with me for a second, I'm going to pop you guys back in the green room. I'm going to bring up this incredible banner that we have of you two sexy sons of bitches right there. Look how good they look. They look so good. But thank you guys very much. I appreciate you guys being here, man. Thank you. I'm super excited to see you on Friday. We're going to jam some jams, have a good time, and eat 157,903,424.94 little tiny delicious apple pies in cupcake style, which is going to be really
have
good.
Them all made by Friday.
We need 12 gallons of vanilla ice cream, and we need 3 containers of caramel, and then whipped cream. And we're going to stack till it falls over. That's when you know it's time to eat it. When it can't, and can't substantiate its own weight with 27 cups of sugar. My favorite part.
Yeah, you got perfect lean, right the max amount.
Yeah. That's when it's ready.
That's when it's ready.
Awesome, man. Well, I'm gonna solo this out real quick. If you guys don't mind hanging in the green room, don't destroy any of the furniture in there. Okay, we got some water, we got some M&Ms. You know, just take it easy. We have a maitre d' in there to make sure you guys get everything you need.
All right.
Yeah, but before I let you guys go, do you have anything you want to share with everybody? Do you have anything you want to say? Before I don't want to kick you out without giving you a common opportunity to say goodbye.
No.
I love it.
No.
I'm good. Thanks. I love it.
This person right there is an awesome cook. I love her very much.
There she is. She's right. Oh, that's so good. This guy right here is an awesome dude, and she's an awesome. She's an awesome cook and a good friend. And Friday night's going to be a lot of fun, guys. But I'll talk to you guys soon. Give me just a moment. I'll be right back.
Okay.
What's up, y'all? Good to see you guys. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I really appreciate it. My name is Billy Floyd. This has been a community conversation with our good friends Phaedra, McIntosh, and Mike Conway. We're going to be there this Friday night trying some delicious cupcake-style apple pies. Little a la mode and some whipped cream and some caramel on top of that, plus a little dash of powdered sugar. Who knows? And then we're also going to do some Mexican street corn chicken pasta. We walked you guys through all the recipes, even showed some photos. Thank you guys for spending a little time with us tonight. I really appreciate it. A huge shout out to Mike and Phaedra for joining us. Be sure to check Friday night at 9:05. We're going to be live from the kitchen of Conway and McIntosh. Actually sounds like a law firm. The law firm of Conway and McIntosh. What a trustworthy group. I'll talk to you guys soon. You guys stay out of trouble. Before we go, look at it. Look at it. It looks so good. Look how happy they are. Look at the cowboy hats. You know they make cowboy hats. You can go to Phaedra and Mike make cowboyhats.com. We'll talk to you guys soon.